Hi, how's it going? Today another old spin cast reel, and I'm going to do a video on it about how to take it apart. So this is an abumatic 136 made in Sweden. It's from 1970-ish, maybe 68, 69, 70, around there. And yeah, it's pretty, not a simple reel, but it's a pretty basic reel. It's all metal. Your drag is your drag knob right here. And this was one of our budget reels back in the day. This cap here is plastic. Other than that, it's pretty solid reel. And it's just made a lot different than like a Zipco or a Daiwa or Johnson. So let's take it apart and see how we do. So first step is to take this front cover off. So to take that off, you just give a little twist. It has little indentations right here that it grabs on, sort of like a lot of reels like that. As I said, this is plastic. And here's your rotor. Here's your line, rubber line stop. Same as any Abu. Pretty thick pickup pin. And on the old Abus, you're not going to see you hardly ever see a line cut. It's this pretty hard material, this rotor here. It's either chrome or stainless steel. So you just twist that counterclockwise, it comes off. And instead of having a nut going through here, or a shaft and a nut, this screws into the reel itself, and one pickup pin. And like I said on another video, some of these parts probably used on a bunch of different Abus, and some of the more expensive ones probably had two pickup pins. That's why there's an extra hole outside. And we had this little switch over here. I didn't think I mentioned that, but I was wondering what that's for. Which I wondered at first what it's for, but as a spool release, you just push that down. You see your little stud here that goes under this hole, and when you push that switch, it opens up that hole. That just snaps in, snaps out like that. And now we're going to take a flathead screwdriver. Take out these two screws. I think these are stainless. There's no rust on them. I like this reel because it's pretty basic, and I like the gold color, really nice, I think. That's one screw out, and your push button comes off. And just take the other one out. Two screws out, side plate just comes off like that. And this is not a level 1 reel or anything, so it's pretty bare bones inside. And to get this main gear out, there's a C-clip on there, and the C-clip is right here. It's kind of hard to see, but get it turned around the right angle, and screwdriver, just pop it out. There it is. There. Put that here. And then you can just push that pin out. And I think we have to wait for get a few more parts on the other side before we get that main pinion gear out. So just move over to this side. And first, this little cap. And it's on reverse thread. So you can turn that to the right to tighten it, or clockwise to tighten, to remove, I mean. And you just back off your drag adjuster. And then we have a nut right here. Take the pliers, remove that. I'm just holding the inside gear with my finger, small finger, to keep it from falling apart. This little washer, I'll show you where that goes in a sec. I'm using pliers or wrench would probably be a better choice for this. And inside here, there's this little washer, spring, and another washer. These all abus are pretty much like that. Handle pops off, and this piece comes out right here. And this little sleeve. This has almost like a felt washer inside. You can oil that. And there's this sleeve right here. And there's one more little piece in there, but that'll come out a little bit later. You can push this shaft through, and there's a drag washer on the bottom of that. Here's your main gear. There's a little collar here. I'll show you where all that goes. And that's your drag washer here. And this is the little piece I mentioned earlier that stayed in there. Lay that there. So that's everything out now. The only thing left is this plate inside. And if anyone seen my just did a 150 Abu video, I suggest just leaving this in. It's just a holder for your anti-reverse and stuff. And it's 2 flathead screws here, and they're kind of hard to get in and out. So I just clean around it and whatnot. And after that, you can take your main gear out like that, and that's our little tube type thing. So that's pretty much it for cleaning, and just clean it with the WD-40 whatever, and show you this main gear. I think that's really nicely ground teeth on that, and I think this is aluminum. It's definitely not brass, so it's probably one of the reasons why it was a bit cheaper for real. And this gear here, this might be aluminum too, or it might be steel or stainless steel, I'm not sure, it's hard to tell. So anyway, to put it back together, you just do reverse. So first thing you're going to do, excuse me, take this main gear. Actually, going to put this piece in first, right here. That just fits in like that. Take this main gear, put this collar on right here. That goes down. And we take this shaft, which goes in this way. So that shaft goes through the main gear like that. And I think that's all of that. Actually, we're going to put this pinion gear in first. This one's a bit of an odd reel. It's kind of a bit tricky to get things situated. So, no, I think that goes in after. Just pop this out again. Pop that out. Make sure this is all lined up. That little collar is in there, which it is. Push all that in. So make sure this is right. So one of these reels, there's sort of for a basic reel, there's kind of a lot going on, and you want to pay really close attention to what's happening. So I think that's right. So that main gear is in. I'm going to put this gear in. Nope, I guess I got that wrong. Sorry about this. So, main gear goes, try it this way. Main gear goes in. Pinion gear goes in. this piece goes in. Okay, that's it. There's a certain way you got to do it, a certain order. So I'm just going to hold that with my finger now, keep it all in place. And this piece here goes in next. That will line up eventually. This little shaft goes in. And this piece right here next. Oh, actually it's this piece. This one goes in. Now this one, and you take this tiny washer, spring, next tiny washer, handle, handle nut, and it has like a beveled end and it faces out. Snug that up. Drag adjuster. And this end cap. Remember, reverse threaded. So go counterclockwise to tighten that. You don't want to tighten any of this stuff super tight. Just hand tighten just a little bit snug after that. And this pin for the push button. Now, I was wondering if I should have put that in before or not, but see what happens. I'm just going to grab on it with a pair of pliers on the end. And it has a fat end, skinny end. The skinny end goes in first. I think that's the only way it will go. Yep, so it goes in like that. And your push button on. Anyone's seen my last video about the 150 is very similar. 150 has a few extra parts, though, but other than that, it's a very similar reel. And just line up this top one. And that goes, the push button goes, screw goes through the push button as well. Sometimes these can be a bit tricky. Gotta get it exactly right. You gotta get it through the hole in the button. So just gonna leave that loose for now. And the bottom one is always tricky because you gotta line it up with the other side. It's got to go in perfectly straight. And I think I got it there now. And even wondering why I have all these older reels and enjoy working on them. I don't know. I like the old a lot of the old reels better myself. I think they're really well made and they're cool. And I just like finding these for really good prices and just bring them back to life instead of them just not being used or whatever. And I forgot to put that clip back on the main gear, and I'm gonna do that later. I'm not gonna take it all apart again now, but you've seen how that came on and off. And the spool just snaps back on like that. I actually don't, probably not even necessary, but we'll add it on later. And then you just take the rotor and screw that back on. And just snug, don't go crazy with it. And yeah, just make sure everything functions. So push button, pin goes in, turn it, pin goes out. Super smooth reel. Put cap on. Straighten it up so that your lettering is facing upright. Yep, very nice smooth reel. This one's in really good shape for its age. I really like the color too, and it's a pretty unique reel. So that's how you do it. Pretty simple, not much to it. If you ever did an abu, they're really very similar. If you've done one, you can figure them all out for sure. And if not, just pay attention as you're going. Take a few pictures if you need to, and line it up and how you took it off, and just be careful, and you shouldn't have any problem. So anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.